Okay.
So tomorrow onwards we will schedule it at 10
Yeah,
o'clock.
this time is yeah, 10 o'clock is okay for tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. So my screen is visible.
Yes, I can see that.
Okay. So now I said already application types, and I didn't say about types of domains. So first we have to focus on types of domains. What
Okay.
exactly types? How many types of domain applications should develop? Software industry. First one is brand new technology. Brand new technology means requirement what the client needs to develop an application. To develop an application, requirements are new, and as well as technology we use as software people use software people use latest technology to develop. To develop. This is called as a domain brand new technology. Brand new technology. So this type of applications are called as brand new technology development. And the domain specific means like banking applications,
Mm-hmm.
health applications, then missile development apps, missile apps, etc., etc. They are course specific to throughout the globe. These are called as
Mm-hmm.
domain specific technology. So by using the particular domain, suppose one cognizant, cognizant company,
Which one?
cognizant,
Yeah.
IBM, yeah.
Yes.
Though those people now like somewhat of on bank is developed. Based on similar scenarios, HSBC bank is developed. Okay, so this all comes under the specific domain technology. Migrating to new technology means suppose already app is developed and tested in particular technology like .NET. Imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So when compared to Java and .NET, which is more secure, which is
Say
more
that again.
better.
What was the last line you said? You said supposing an app is developed like .NET.
Yeah. Suppose your app is developed by using .NET. Now,
Okay.
same app might be migrated to Java. Java or
Okay.
Python or whatever it may be, depend upon the latest technologies or Python or whatever it may be. This is called as already application is developed by using .NET technology, but when compared to Java or Python, .NET is not much more secure. Okay, they are migrating these all the features into new technology. Okay, that is called the migrated to new technology. And next,
Okay.
system is ready, adding new features. Means already app is developed. App is developed, but we are en- and enhancing new features. New features. This is called as system is ready adding new features. Means suppose if you go for Gmail application, okay, uh, it is a Gmail application. What happens? Previously, how it will be? We have to type user ID, password, and click on OK button. Right? Everything will be placed in one frame only. Now, what is happening here in the Gmail application? After insertion of user ID, click on next, and then type the password and click on next. Here, what is happening? The features are changed according to the client specifications, client requirement. The developer in the company, the developer will going to add extra features according to the client requirement, and those should be tested. Those type of applications called as system is ready, adding new features. System is ready, adding new features. So these are the types of domains. Maximum any company used to develop these four strategies only. It may be mobile app, it may be Windows app, or it may be Mac Macintosh app, or it may be Linux app, or whatever it may be. But this all comes under in these four categories. That is called as a domain. System is ready, adding that is called the types of domains. These types of application based on the technologies to develop. You're getting what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. So these are our domains like banking, insurance, health, educational, missile development, medical application domains, SaaS applications. These are all the types of different types of domains. And yesterday I said about software development lifecycle. So software development lifecycle. So here, what is happening? The BRS means business requirement specification, or customer requirement specification, or user requirement specifications. These requirements are gathered by business analyst, or sometimes we may call as a product owner. In Scrum process, who can using token the persons are providing in the company called Scrum Master. Those people of before of that product owner will gather the requirements from the client. Those type of documents are called as business, customer, or user requirements. After gathering the requirements from the client, system analyst, project manager, test manager, design architect, all people sit together and finalize the output of the requirements, and they will develop SRS as well as FRS specifications. So I already said about SRS and FRS specifications. So this is some type of a software requirements. This is a high-end document. This type of application cannot be provided to the developer or a customer. See, introduction about what should be involved in general description, what are the functional requirements, interfaces, performance, design, non-functional attributes, primary schedule and budget, and use of SRS, a facts, conclusion. This all comes under these specifications. So that's when it is a brief introduction of SRS. Servers, everything, and non-functional area is this. Okay.
Okay.
In this SRS only, the person will decide whether the application is already developed or migrating to new technology technology or the applicant is developed but adding additional features for maintenance, is it a maintenance product or not, should be decided. Okay, these all things comes under SRS only. Okay, and I said already, functional requirements specifications are like uh, description of the build, screenshot, page elements which contains page objects, input what is the positive and negative data, what is the task flow diagram, and the flow of the event. This is called as the use case format. This is called the FRS specification. See, new branch creation is a module name, and further there is a description, and this is a sample screenshot what we have, and these are the objects which will be kept in this builder, and this is the test data. Based on this data, we can validate the object status. And finally, we have a task flow diagram. And based on this task flow diagram, we can how to navigate from one person to the next module. This totally comes in the integration part. See, login first, go to branches, click on branch, enter branch details. If it is okay, click submit. If it is valid, successfully create the branch. Otherwise, ask for relevant data. And similarly, click reset and cancel. Result means the data will be vanished here, cancel means close. Submit means branch will be created based on the specifications. Where the specifications will be, this is a total application, the total module. See here, this is a home page of this banking application. We have to click on home, enter the username, password, click on login, and then we move to this build and click on home. Then we move to this build. Then we click on already the branch name is available. We will confirm based on this module. This module. Whether the data is available, then it is not. It is a unique node. The branch should be unique. So this should be available. Check it and click on new branch. After clicking on new branch, we have to move to this module. New branch entry module. Okay. Okay, this is the tasks. So this all comes under for each and every build. The design architects will be going to design the page elements and the screenshot and the task flow diagram, use cases, everything. This is mandatory for each and every build. See, overview, prototype, page elements, then task flow diagram, then the flow of the event, use case flow of the event. Okay, like this for each and every build we have this. This is mandate. Based on the based on the design documents, if it is a high level or low level document, the coding is expressed by the developer. Based on this design document, the testers will compare the expected result and test the build. The developer will generate the code and they will go for it, will prepare exe file. After completing the exe file, based on the specifications, based on the design specifications, it should be compared. This is the expected behavior, and this is the what it is actual behavior. Source code after completing a build is the actual behavior. When it is compared, similar test is passed. Otherwise, test is failed. Okay, this type of testing will be comes under system testing. In system testing, we do usability, functional, performance, and security. After that, once all the builds individual system testing is completed, then we go for integrating of testing. After integration, we do finally the client will involve in two types of testing, alpha and beta. That alpha testing is comes under with clients as well as testers will be involved in testing. Whereas after completion of alpha testing, once the build is finalized, that will be dumped into the server and beta testing takes place again by the clients without presence of testers. After completion of UAT testing, the product will be launched in the market after dumping the product. If there is any future enhancements, if there is any further agreements to the company and the customer, then testing during development as well as the testing takes place. This is overall picture of software development life cycle. Is clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the thing. Now, okay. Types of domain applications I already said, and the further specification I said, and the design document I said. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
This is the specifications content. Okay, like this, the person will clearly provided you everything details based on the description. Okay, see there's the requirements around the design, development, testing, maintenance. Okay, next product versus project. I said no, project is nothing but a few small requirement which cannot be changed and that will be developed within less milestone duration. Whereas in product development, that will be developed and implemented by the all end users. That is a big application in compared to project development. So best example I say the calculator. Of course, it has a few features which are not changed frequently. This type of application comes under a project development, and whereas so when we go for a cyclos, this cyclo application is a product oriented application because here the requirements changes according to the customer needs. Okay, when you compare with project development and product development, we choose models. Okay,
You're
business.
breaking up now, Shiva. I can't hear your voice. Your voice is breaking up.
Yeah, yeah. Now it's clear.
No,
Now tell me it's clear.
no, it's breaking up very bad.
Breaking up. Just a minute. Now my slide is viewing.
No,
Hello.
do you want to log in again? Because it's breaking up very bad if you can hear me.
Okay, log in once again. Huh? I have
Yeah, if you want to log in again because it's like cracking up. I cannot hear properly.
just a minute. Now the
Now
voice is
it's better. Yeah, now it's better.
here. Based on the project or product, we choose models. Okay. So first and foremost basic traditional model is waterfall. See, in each and every stage category of this model, we have same phases: software development, life cycle phases. But in which domains of developing the project, we choose the model. For some things, we choose the different model. That we have to know because that is a major criteria. Of course, this comes under development of the application, but according to the models what we choose, we can go for a limitation of testing. That's why we have to know. So in waterfall model, these are the same phases: analysis, design, implementation is coding, testing, deployment, maintenance. But this model is only unidirectional. See, one after the other. Unidirectional. It does not like it comes under multi-directional or bi-directional. It is only unidirectional. If one phase changes, we have to suppose if we are in coding part, the suddenly few requirements changes, we have to stop coding and then again we have to come from the beginning stage. Why? Because this application is unidirectional. So this model is unidirectional model, and it is helpful to develop only small applications. And these are the these are the when to use. See, requirements are stable, doesn't changes. An application is small, no requirement, not understood, not very clear. The environment is constant. The tools and techniques are stable and cannot be dynamic change. And the resources are, if the resources are clear picture and trained for and developers and testers, we can use it to develop the product develop the project very quickly. Then, and this is the secret. This is the advantage. Only to develop small applications. Due to clear development stages,
Mm-hmm.
it is clearly identified the duration and deliverables of the documents. Okay, this is the advantage of waterfall. And disadvantage means this I said no unidirectional. It is not like a bidirectional, multi-directional. It is not advisable for large maintenance projects. This is the disadvantage. And similarly, these all are things common. And in incremental model, what happens? Every stage by stage, the increments takes place. See, when we use this model can be used when the requirements of the complete system are clearly defined and understood. But see, one after the other build, when the clear picture is there, the imagination of the build will be completed in one stage, and next incremental process will be occurred. Okay? That is the in that scenario. In that scenario, we go for incremental model. So major requirements must be defined properly. Some details can involve with the time, and it is the product product that the new technology is available in the market, that will be research. We have to should be provide the more skills. And here in this process, if you want to develop the big products, it causes a high risk. So not it is not advisable for maintenance of the projects also. And we have prototype model. Okay, in this prototype model, a lot of interaction with the end users. We have to start bidding. Meeting occurred by the project manager. Each and every stage, the key person will be involved, and lot of communication will be there with respect of the stakeholders. So we can have a customer side people to develop with some part of partially, and every scenario we have to identify the new requirements. So that is called as a prototype code. So you know bidding, what is meant by bidding? Software bidding. It's just like a tender notice. You know tender notice?
Which one?
Software bidding. Software bidding.
You know what, Shiva, your voice is breaking up again. The only thing I could hear was software, and what after that?
Software bidding.
Bidding.
Yeah. Bidding means quoting. Uh, in which short of the span, in which lesser budget, we can develop the product. How many people are going to develop the product? This all comes under software bidding. So
Okay.
after the bidding, after gathering the requirement, the project manager will going to start the projects and acquires the requirements based on business analyst. Then system analyst will go for focused analysis part, and the design, coding, testing, deployment, release, maintenance will take place. In release, after completion of release, after software bidding.
So basically, this is software bidding is pretty much on the same lines as people do in the construction lines, where you kind of have a proposal like
Exactly.
estimate of the cost.
Yeah, everything comes under bidding.
Mhm.
Then
Okay, like
total
yeah,
usable,
the tender submission, right?
exactly, total technology, total
Mhm.
duration, budget, everything comes under that.
Bidding.
Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
Then project. For meeting text is after that project initiation note. Then after that the business analyst will be going to gather the exact requirement analysis, design,
And Sweetie never sent me the links actually. I forgot to say that.
and then
She did not send me any links. You said
yeah,
Sweetie is
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
share the link.
she
She
will
did not
send,
share any link
yeah, she will send today. She will send
today.
today. Yeah,
Okay.
today, definitely.
Okay.
Okay, I will talk to her.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Requirements analysis, design code, test, deployment, and then if there is any changes in the requirement, we have to do maintenance to that. Maintenance projects. Okay. This is all called as prototype model. And see, should be used when the design systems lot interaction with the end users. So lot interaction with the end users, then only we focus on the prototype model. It is typically implement of all interfaces and ease of use, minimal training sessions based on the users also will be. And here, if you know thorough constant work will be provided that everything, the feedback scenario will be takes place by the prototype model. These things will be governed, and these are the set of rules and regulations will be provided for to develop any kind of a application. And next we have a rapid application development. This type of model is delivered to the client once all the modules are combined and developed, tested with according to the duration, and particular product will be quickly developed. So we have analysis, build, demonstrate, prototyping cycles, refine, test, implement. So based on the specification cycle process of quickly developing the application and test the application. After integration, the project will be released. So this is called as the rapid application development. And these are the steps involved in this. First, we have to define the requirements and provide the screenshot, take a feedback and review of each and every stage, and finalize the software. Okay, these are the steps involved in rapid application development. And coming to spiral model, it is just like a bidirectional. When compared to waterfall model, spiral model is just like a bidirectional model. So I said no, one is the models we have, one is waterfall, waterfall model, spiral model, rapid application development model, rapid application development model, prototype model, incremental model. So up to this software development models or these things. You're getting no? Hello? Hello?
Yes, Shiva, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Spiral model is just like a bidirectional, but it is not like a multi-directional model. Spiral model is iterative model, and it overcomes the drawback of waterfall model. But each and every module is dependent with released out to the customer procedures, and it is just like we can provide a multiple versions, but it is not advisable to develop large products. It is advisable to develop few requirements in the project. So
Mm-hmm.
these are the advantages of spiral model, and these are the disadvantages of spiral. And next, see that's I said no, use it to develop product only, but not admissible to large products. In this model, products are released in incremental type of versions. Yeah, and next we have V model. So V model is a multi-directional model. See, after gathering, I said no, before coding us, we do testing called as verification. After coding, we do testing called as validation. So V and V activity. But this model is multi-directional model, but it is more cost when compared to remaining model. So agile model comes under the picture when compared with for V model. But here in V model, after gathering the requirements, parallelly we can analyze the reviews, inspections, everything. We cannot do validation, but we can do reviews, inspections, and the procedures. These are called as V and V activity. This is called as V and V activity. See, developer life cycle, DRS, SRS. See, everything we have a reviews. Reviews means going through the documentation, according to the documentation, what we designed, that all features are covered during coding or not should be reviewed. After developing the code, then in simultaneously we go for unit, component, integration, system, and acceptance testing. It's called as
So who
validation.
does
Yeah.
so who does this testing where it says unit testing? The testers, or this is still by the developer?
Can I repeat once again?
Now this coding, when it says over here coding and then unit test.
Yeah.
So this test is done by the tester or by the developer?
Yeah. Unit testing is done by developer as well as tester. But how the functional tester will do unit testing means, see here, unit means some part of a partial objects.
Right.
Yeah, this is one frame. See, after generating the code, the white box testers will do coding on unit testing of a particular object, what they will do. But the functional testers will check out whether insert the data, and the data after inserting the valid data, it is go navigating to the page and not should be analyzed. That's a part of unit testing. And it also comes under combination of user ID and password. Valid, 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 invalid, invalid, valid, invalid, invalid. And even though we can check like null without giving the data, then check it out whether the error message is coming or not. That's also part of unit testing. Not null means some text with the space. Check out. It is asking to insert the password. Next, only spaces and check out it is checking or not. Okay, this also comes under unit testing, which is done by black box testers. This is very important question in the interview. Can black box testers can do unit testing? Yes, black box testers also do unit testing based on the null space, not null. Okay.
Can you please repeat that one more time?
Yeah, good. Okay. Now, what I'm saying, I'm setting one text, one letter. Actually, the user ID is dim. I'm giving valid password. I click on submit. What it's showing, it's showing a error state.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise, see, whenever one letter is given, it is asking immediately the passport. Please enter a password field. It is showing. So this is not null. The data is given here in this particular field, but it is not null. I'm not giving any data. Not giving any data. I'm straight away clicking submit button. But it's showing please field is required, mandatory to insert the data.
Mm-hmm.
Not null, and giving the not null means only single letter and with not know any type of text to insert and with the space. Null, not null, space. This is called, this type of analysis of each every object is called as unit testing, which is done by black box testers. Null, not null, not only this, not null, next, null, space, upper, uppercase, lowercase. This all comes under one type of a unit testing which is done
Mm-hmm.
by functional testers. See, we are not seeing the code, right? We are checking the object's behavior. This is part of a this is part of a unit testing. This is part of a unit testing which is done by functional testers. Okay, like this, the validation occurs unit testing component. The component can fall as as integration system, then acceptance. So because we have a separate session for testing of these all things in later part. Now I am discussing about only SDLC and SDLC models. Okay, it's clear.
Yes.
Yeah. So P model used when means the all the requirements are defined, clear, and documented. It takes more documentation in P model, and the technologies and tools are static, and it is helpful to develop test. It is helpful to develop as well as test with respect of verification and validation. Okay, but it is huge cost when compared to remaining models. To overcome this model, we have an agile methodology. We have an agile. So I will interact with separate agile methodology later. We have one separate session for agile methodology. Agile methodology. Here we do most of the cases. Each nowadays, all the companies are using agile methodology with the Scrum process in by implementing tool called Zero. Okay, tool called Zero. This is, I will implement, I will show you, I will tell you the separate class for, there is a separate session for agile methodology, there is separate section for testing. In testing, separate section, what we say the testing part, this all things will be covered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now these things will be covered based on the verification part through inspections, design documents like FRS specifications, prototype, what I've shown you now. These things. This all comes under verification part. But implement validation part will be occurred after executing the functional procedures. This
Mhm.
comes under validation part. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the testing is involved in each and every phase. Documentation is more. Okay, documentation. We have to get more documentation to look after this implementation of V model. And when compared to agile model, the documentation is less. In see, when compared to all these models, the documentation is less in agile process. In agile textbooks. So, based on this, what happens? We can reduce the duration. We can deliver a quality product because in each and every stage, client will be going to be involved. Okay, we can reduce the documentation part and more repetition and quality development will be involved by implementation of agile method. This is the perfect perfect meaning of implementation of agile process. Okay, I will take another session for agile methodology and testing also I will take for two sessions to test the product. Okay,
Okay.
that is also very important. Okay, this is the thing. This is the thing. Okay, yeah. See, V model. In agile model, there is a Scrum process based on Scrum Master, product owner, Scrum team will be implemented in agile methodology. Okay, so these things I will look after later and teach you later. But here and each and every stage, the stakeholders, client will be involved here. So if the once the approved by the stakeholders, if there is any changes in the requirement, there itself only we will do. Okay, so
Okay.
we can not have a more we cannot provide more time to release the bill, isn't it? We can scrutinize the milestones. Okay, so each and every stage the stakeholders will be involved now. So we can scrutinize the milestones and deliver the product is quickly and deliver the product is also implemented with respect of quality scenarios. Okay, this is the advantages of agile model. These things I will cover you later. And coming to, and we have testing principles. So I said about white box testing, black box testing, right? Hello?
Yeah, yeah. I'm listening.
Yeah. So today we discuss about, yeah. See, this is the static and dynamic testing techniques. Reviews, walkthroughs, inspection. This is called as the verification part. It is called as static. Reviews means how we review whatever the what to test, what not to test, how to prepare the cases, what is the flow of the task flow procedures. Everything comes under this picture. So I will teach you, there is a separate section for this, test plan reviews and case reviews and walkthrough. This is also one part of a review only. So it is an informal meeting, informal review. So suppose if there is any defects in it or bugs in an application, there itself only we can have a discussion and we will overcome of that particular bug. Okay, that is called as a walkthrough. And coming to inspection, it is a more formal meeting when compared to walkthrough. Here, the persons are involved at least 3 to 8 people. The meetings will be considered with the reader, writer, moderator. Okay, proofreading.
Yep.
Yeah,
The way we do that in English language.
yeah, reporters will do no proofreading. This all comes under inspections. Okay, so these instructions, based on the instructions, FRS specifications and the domain knowledge will be released and provided to the developer as well as for the test. This is called as an instruction. And I said about classification of system testing and what are the test management tools and public tools. Now we go for testing principles. So for each and every procedure, there is a certain limit that is called as a test principles. What is meant by principle? Rules and regulations to follow for testing, right? Yeah. Rules and regulations to follow for testing. Rules and regulations to follow for testing. See, now I said no. Without data, with the space, with giving any data, we check it. That is called as unit part. Apart from this, is there any part of testing is available for the object which should be tested? Null, not null, null space, valid data, invalid data. Then another what is the another scenario should be tested? Yeah. So I said no, null, not null, null space, uppercase, lowercase. This all comes under unit test. Next, in functional testing, what we do? We do positive,
Negative.
negative testing. Okay. And apart from this, we should test based on range also, range validation. Suppose range validation means for this object, suppose it has only I'm giving the data more than the 4 fields. I click on submit. Of course, I've given the valid data here. I click on submit because it shows that the given name, password are incorrect. See, observe carefully. The given name and password are incorrect. This is a meaningful error state. Is it a meaningful? Is it a meaningful error state?
No, that's not valid data, so it's not meaningful.
Yeah, exactly. So that is called as a bug. Okay, it is what happening here. The data what you insert user ID is more than 4 characters. Okay, that
Mm.
should be a meaningful error state, right? If you keep like that, it is the better, isn't it? Okay.
Right.
Of course, here in this application, this guy given the user ID password here itself. But in most of the cases, for your log banking application or health application or insurance application, whatever, the credentials are your credentials only. If you forgot your credentials, nobody will be provided that, isn't it? Okay, so whatever you give the data, it should throw a meaningful error state. This all should be checked. And the range means suppose it is occupying only 4 characters. But if you give only 1 or 5 characters, what happens? Doesn't accept. Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
less than 1, more than 5 cannot be accepted. That is also one
Mhm.
type of functional testing. Okay, that is also a functional design technique. Okay? Range validation, alphanumeric, alphanumeric features like both alpha, beta, and alpha, beta, and numeric number values. This should all be tested in functional validation. So these all comes under a design technique that I will teach you clearly. If we have another session for this, okay, I will provide you all these things and later on. Okay, it's clear for you.
Yep.
Yeah. And so this all comes under the rules and regulations of testing principles. Rules and regulations of testing principles. Just a minute. Hello. Okay. So first and foremost, what it's saying is exhaustive testing is impossible. Means what? Any guesses from your end? Principle one. Exhaustive testing is impossible. Means exhaustive testing is all the possible data we will keep. Of course, it gives inserts all the unlimited data, but it is not possible to test it. See, I'm giving the data. It is keep on moving. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
isn't it? So it is not possible to give all the data to the particular object and we will going to test it. Okay, how much the data, the range, how much they give in the application. Suppose user ID should take alphanumeric value, hmm, alphanumeric value, then special character, at least one special character. Okay, so yeah, user password should be at least one special character. Okay, the range should be 8 or 7 to 12 characters. Okay, this is
Mm-hmm.
the condition which is given to the user ID. And similarly, for password should take alphanumeric value. So here it is not required of special character. Okay. And what else? Alphanumeric value, one special character, and it should be case sensitive. Okay, it should be case sensitive. Case sensitive means when you give a uppercase, it should pass. It should accept uppercase. Whenever you give the lowercase, it should be lowercase and should be encrypted format. Encrypted format. Okay, encrypted format. This is called as a password field. Okay, so based on this only we do testing. Okay, see suppose the range should be accepted by 7 to 12 means developer will create the data based on this type only. If you use less than 7, what happens? The password field. If you give the value of the text less than 7, what happens?
It's not gonna accept it.
Yeah, it should not accept. More than 12 also not accept. Isn't it? So according to the requirement only the developer will develop. Okay. And then you have to check only less than 6 or more up to 12. 12 characters what is there. But more than 12 doesn't. If 13 is not accepted means 14 accepts. Doesn't
Mm-hmm.
accept. 15 also doesn't accept. 5, 4, 3, 2 also doesn't accept. So this is called as exhaustive testing. So we cannot give, if you test completely with all possible inputs and valid inputs, that is called as exhaustive testing. But it is not required. Okay, that is the first and foremost motto of testing. Risk-based testing. Risk-based testing means, okay, on the periodic basis, what to test, what are the tests should be provided by the by by a design technique based on the test data that should be tested. See, identifying the operations it mostly like to cause failures and then testing these functions on priority basis. So most of the cases, what happens if we do positive value, maximum equals, it should be logged in. Suppose the client needs urgent release of the bill, but sometimes developer took more time to develop the application. There is no enough time to test the application and release the product. In that scenario, main functionality should be tested. That is called as a risk-based testing. See here, most of the cases how failures occurs. When this application will be failed, when you two characters or more than four characters. That should be paid, isn't it? Those should be focused. This is called as risk-based testing. Defect clustering. Defect clustering means risk-based testing. Here we concentrate on concentrate on failure criteria. Next, defect clustering. See, observe carefully. If you want to test the whole application, it takes more time to test. So, we have to segregate the modules and test individually. We have to segregate the modules individually and test those modules or those bits first and then integrate and then integrate. This is called as defect clustering. Okay, you're getting what I'm saying? Hello?
Yep.
This is called as defect clustering. And next, what we have pesticide products. If you want to get to find out the defects, add or revise the test case, find more defects. See, suppose what is this thing is pesticide products means what means what is the pesticide products means suppose you are not getting failure criteria here. How many times can you set the valid data? Almost it gives them and test the next page, right? Once the data is valid and once the data is correct, how many times you repeat the testing? That the same output will come or not? Is it or not? Hello?
So,
Yeah,
mm,
so don't go for see a repetition of testing here when you get the same output. So if you want to deliver more quality to the product,
mm.
points are revise or focus on additional features which are all in next versions. When we have additional features which are added to the build that should be forward. That is called as pesticide parents. This is called as pesticide parent. This is also one type of it. This is also one type of it principle that we do. This is called as pesticide parents. And next. Testing shows presence of defects. So when you get the defects, yeah, when you get the defects,
So obviously, when we are testing it,
yeah, in which scenario defects will come?
the more we, the more probabilities and the more test cases we implement,
Very
the
good.
chances of finding more errors is there.
Exactly.
The
More,
more we test it.
more test case if you implement on negative part, on negative scenarios. So if we concentrate on negative scenarios for validating, find out the defects. That is called as testing shows presence of defects. If you do more testing with respect of negative scenarios, then you can obtain chance of getting the defects in an application. Okay, that is called as testing shows. So look after negative procedure first. LE testing. So here what it's saying, LE testing means now verification is doing, we are doing verification part, but the build is developed. So as sooner as the build is developed, we can find the defects quickly by implementation of all the test design techniques of the test data with respect of test cases. So first we prepare the test cases, review it, understand the FRS specification. According to that, we do validation of testing. That is called as LE testing. You're getting what I'm saying? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Testing is context dependent. So this is also one major part of testing. No need to focus on all the criteria of testing. Like do not do functional
It's the most
usability.
important one.
Whatever we require, the client needs, that
Yeah.
client needs that part of testing should be focused. Part of testing should be focused. That is called as testing is context independent. Next, absence of errors is a fallacy. Means fallacy means so absence of errors is a fallacy means do not provide any, any additional tasks or procedures to the stakeholders. Mean, do not give false statement that we cannot, we remove all the defects and bugs and we deliver a quality product. So how much you do testing? There is some part of minor issues may be happen in the application. That's why don't provide a negative scenario to the clients. This is called as this all comes under the rules and regulations of testing. Okay, rules and regulations of testing. Any doubt here?
Yeah, good so far.
Yeah. Look,
Yeah.
any doubt up to here?
No, it's good.
Okay.
Good, good
So
so
yeah. Now I will ask a few questions. Can you see?
Yeah, sure. I'll try my best.
Yeah, thank you. So, what's the difference between usability testing and functional testing?
Between usability and functional testing.
Yeah.
See, the functional testing actually pertains to how the software functions,
Okay.
right? Like
Yeah.
we check the difference.
But it's Yeah,
Can you hear
and
me?
yeah, usability testing means what?
See, the functional testing, it checks like if the software that we are testing is working as it is designed to work.
Very good.
And the usability testing actually is um, basically how the users take it. Like if they perceive it to be functioning the way um, it is supposed to function, and
Okay,
how they interact with it.
okay, fine, fine. Now, how many ways of testing will be done in functional validation? If you want to
In,
do functional validation, how many types of, how many steps we have?
in the functional testing,
Yeah.
in the functional testing, there are like different things we check.
Mm,
Like we spoke about the
yeah. Okay. Positive, negative coverage. Okay. See.
like we create the test cases, we do the test scenarios in there, and
Mm,
then we implement the test cases in the functional testing to make sure that we kind of like compare the expected behavior to the actual behavior.
okay. Okay.
And we uses like positive test cases, we use the negative test cases.
Very good. And should meet the stakeholders' needs, and we
Yeah.
have to always focus on end user point of view. Based on end user perspective, we have to do testing.
Mm-hmm.
Major important criteria.
Right.
Okay.
And for the usability testing, it's usually like we have different tasks where the tasks are done, and then we analyze the results to make sure where we can do the improvements.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. What is the quality product?
Quality product? Did you say quality product?
Yeah. Quality product.
Quality quality product actually will be uh, you can say like the exact things what the stakeholders are looking for. It should meet like their needs. It's
Very good.
reliable
Yeah.
and it performs the function that it is supposed to perform.
Okay. Should should deliver the product without defects reasonably. re- uh, Without defects, uh, deliver the product in specific milestone. What is meant by milestone?
Uh, Actually, milestone means the expectations of the stakeholders,
Yeah,
like what they exactly are looking for in the product.
expectation of the customer. Milestone is nothing but delivering of the product with a specified time duration. Okay, this is quality product. Okay. Next, what is BNB activity?
I'm sorry, what's the question?
BNB activity.
B and B?
Yeah, verification and validation.
You know what? I actually lost the question. I did not understand the question. You said B and B?
Yeah, verification and validation. Verification and validation. See, testing is nothing but verification plus validation, right?
You said verification and validation?
Yeah. What is meant by
Oh,
verification? How can we do verification? What is meant by validation? How can we do validation as a black box tester?
verification basically is at the initial stage
Hmm.
where all the documents and all the requirements provided are checked in order to make sure like they meet the specifications and the requirements and what the purpose is of uh, the software that we are developing. That is basically the verification at
Yeah.
the initial stage. And then the validation comes later when we check if the product is actually working as per the requirements. So
Okay.
verification is basically more paper oriented and
Hmm.
validation is more like testing oriented.
Yeah, executing the see,
Hmm.
intended behavior of the objects
Hmm.
on application. How it is reacting when we insert a valid data, how it is reacting when we insert a invalid data. That is called the behavior of the objects. Okay,
Mhm.
that is called as validation. Very good. Good. Now, what is the difference? What is called as defect? Where
Defect.
you what is meant by a defect? Where you get the defect? Where you find the defect?
Defect is actually found in the testing stage, which basically means the product is not working as per the requirements given to us. So it's
Okay.
not behaving. The actual behavior is different from the expected behavior.
Yeah. Very good. What are the things? What is called as FRS?
What is called what?
What is called as FRS?
I did not understand the question actually.
FRS. FRS
F
stands for.
oh, the functional requirements specifications.
Very good.
Hmm.
Why? Why we use what piece?
Why do we use that?
Purpose of FRS.
The purpose of FRS is basically outlining all the functions of the software which it is supposed to perform. So it tells us like how the system should behave
Hmm.
um, under the different given scenarios.
Okay. Good. Next. Hmm. What we have?
So the purpose is basically describing the functions, like what it is supposed to do. It gives an outline for
Hmm.
that.
Hmm. What is meant by wireframe?
Wireframe.
Yeah, these are all technical terminologies. What is meant by wireframe?
Uh, we did this also. Actually, give me a second. It's just like the basic structure when we look at the designing of the software, like its layout.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Screenshot. Screenshot. Correct.
Screenshot. Okay, yeah, basic layout.
Yeah.
Like how it is gonna look when we create it.
Okay.
Mm.
Fine. What is meant by exhaustive testing?
Exhaustive testing.
Hmm.
Exhaustive testing is basically when we have used like everything that we can, every possible kind of a test case that we have used.
Okay.
to check the software functioning.
Good. Okay. How many types of system testing we have?
How many types of system testing we have?
Hmm.
Uh, Black box testing,
Exactly.
then white box testing, and gray box testing.
Yeah, those are methodologies. I'm asking system testing.
I'm sorry, what are you asking?
System testing.
Like the functional testing,
Hmm.
performance testing,
Hmm.
usability testing, security testing.
Very good. Okay. This six comes under system testing.
Mm.
Suppose I give a one login page.
Okay.
Login page, login page of website.
Mm-hmm.
How many types of tests will be implemented? How many levels of tests, not types? Just now I said on system testing. So in that system testing, what are the tests will be implemented for this build? For this build, okay, as I said about system testing, no? In system testing, what are the testing levels will be implemented for this build?
So we are going to do actually the functional test,
Very good. Next.
where we can validate if it's like the correct username, correct password,
Yeah.
and then we are going to do like the invalid credentials. We are going to try putting in invalid username, invalid password. Then we can do like a valid username, invalid password,
Hmm.
the negative test basically.
Okay. This all comes under functional validation.
Mhm.
Okay. This all comes under functional validation.
And then we can do the security testing. Supposing it tells us you have to have like 4 to 10 characters, we can try putting in anywhere between 4 to 10 characters. Then we can try lowering the number like anywhere between 1 to 4, which is going to be less than the given numbers, or it could be more than 10 to check if it's working or not.
Hmm. Okay.
And then we can also test it on different platforms. Like we can check it on Windows, we can check it on like Apple iOS, different devices.
Okay. Fine. What is difference between waterfall model and V model?
In waterfall land,
V model. What is the major difference between waterfall model and V model?
see the waterfall model is actually one way, unidirectional.
Okay.
So we have to complete one stage before we can jump on to the next, where it's like not like a big application. But
Okay.
for the V model, we can do the complicated or the like a big size applications. For example,
Good.
the supermarket applications, because they are to be used in different locations, but they have one server. So they are like huge and a little more complicated.
Okay.
But in the waterfall methodology, like something which is confined to one, supposing we are constructing a building, it's only at one location. We do not have like separate different locations. so we can use the waterfall for that building.
Okay, good.
It's
So,
basically the size, like the size and the complication aspect, which is considered while choosing the waterfall and the V model.
yeah, in V model, we have more documentation is required.
Mm.
Okay,
Why do we have more documents in V model?
yeah. Why? Because with the process of high, uh, more and more budget is required and more documentation is required to implement large scale products. Of course, we do verification and validation parallelly, but the thing is more documentation is required. Without clear picture of documentation, it is not possible to develop the products. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because without it, the requirements might be changes, no, in the during development. So documentation is necessary.
Yeah, because like when we draw that V thing, on one side we have the verification part, and on the other side we have validation. So verification part needs more documents.
Yeah. What is agile methodology?
Agile methodology is where actually we are using, we are breaking, actually not using, we are breaking into smaller projects. It has like smaller phases.
Not breaking responses. Here the requirements are clear and we can do the development and testing parallelly for individual module and we can approve the build of any changes in the requirement by the stakeholders and next we continue to another step. We can go for another
Okay.
step. So I will
Okay,
take
let me repeat it so that I'm sure what I'm saying. So basically, as I said, like it's broken into different phases and smaller projects. So if one proportion breaks, we can fix that independently of the other parts, and we can still keep working on the other parts and fix one specific part, right?
okay, okay. Okay, so I will tell you.
Did I say that correct?
Yeah, somewhat correct.
Okay.
I will clearly tell you what exactly the agile methodology is about.
Mm,
Okay, so these are the things should be basically known. If you know
mm,
perfect about these concepts, we can easily implement every type of application testing.
mm-hmm.
What are the different types of applications?
Different types of
Applications.
um different type of applications that we use are like, it could be the browsers that we use, different ones like Chrome, Firefox, and then it's like different types of softwares that we use. It could be related to healthcare, could be educational.
That is a domains. Those are domains. See, web-based, window-based, or distributed, cloud. These are called as different types of applications. I will also tell you those things once again in the next session. Okay,
I'm sorry, say that again.
web-based application, web
Mm-hmm.
web-based apps,
Okay, and the
window,
window based applications.
window-based apps,
Mm-hmm.
distributed apps, cloud apps,
Okay.
mobile apps. Okay, these are the different
Okay.
types of applications.
Mhm.
And coming to different types of technologies, I already said different types of domains like banking domain, healthcare, uh,
Yes,
migration.
supermarket domains,
Yeah, these are
healthcare domains.
see, brand new technology, domain specific, migration to new technology, system design, and new features. Based on this, the projects will be decided. According to this, SRS will be implemented and FRS will be implemented, then coding takes place after designing part. Okay, this is initial criteria of uh, reviewing any kind of an application.
Mhm.
Okay, based on this, whatever the model we have to choose should be decided. Is it if we want to choose only one model or it's a joint model? What is the type of model should we choose? That should be analyzed by the project manager. Based on this, should be analyzed individually.
Mhm.
Okay, like that.
Okay.
Okay. So and tomorrow at 10 o'clock, right?
Yeah, right. And she's gonna send me the material too, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely she will
Yeah,
send.
because if I don't have the material, I cannot like kind of revise the things, you know?
Exactly, exactly. I will
Okay.
ask to her, please send the material.
Okay, right.
You can get links for that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice time. Thank you.
You too. Thank you.
Okay, 10 p.m.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you. Have a
Okay.
nice
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.